First dates can either be super fun and cute or crazy awkward and uncomfortable. There's usually not a whole lot of in between. I equate a first date to a job interview. You are nervous, but trying to project confidence and make a good first impression. But there are literally thousands of questions you can ask your date. But remember your goal. And remember that you are also being interviewed for a possible date number 2 as well. The goal is to get to know enough about them on the first date to make a determination of basic compatibility, which is the decider for a second date. I chose some questions for the first date because I think they are safe, non-controversial questions that gives you enough intel about your date, but shouldn't creep them out. You do not want to make them feel like they are being interrogated or like they are being interviewed to be a sperm donor. The first date questions should be light and fun, but also informative. So here are some first date conversation starters to really get to know your date. Question number 1. Where are you from originally? Many adults move for education and for work, so there is a good chance your date is not a local native. Depending on the part of country someone is from, or if they were raised outside of your current country, it really shapes the person they are. Question number 2. Where did you go to school? Asking about his school or training will give him an opportunity to humble brag and for you to learn about his educational background and career. Alma mater pride talk is always fun. Question number 3. What are your favorite things to do? The purpose of this question is to find commonality. If he enjoys spending his weekends antiquing and visiting art galleries, while you spend your weekends surfing and camping, you may not be a good fit. But you may also find out that you both love doing the same things, which makes planning a second date a no-brainer. Question number 4. Does he have pets? Is he a cat lover or a dog lover, or hates animals altogether? Sounds like not a big deal, but it would be if the relationship progressed. It's great to find out early on that your potential mate is allergic to cats and you have 2 cats at home. Question number 5. What's your favorite form of entertainment? Books, music, movies? I do not necessarily consider any answers to these questions deal breakers, and you do not need to have everything in common with a mate, but it is nice when you share similar tastes in music and movies. Question number 6. What is your guilty pleasure? Now, this is just a fun question and a test to see how much they are willing to open up and possibly a peek into their silly side. We all have a guilty pleasure, but will they admit theirs? There's nothing wrong with being a terrible singer and loving karaoke. Question number 7. What really annoys you? Some people find large crowds annoying, while others would rather not interact with children or animals. It might be helpful to know that their pet peeve is people who are indecisive, especially if you know that that is one of your main quirks. Question number 8. Who is your favorite entertainer? The answer to this question should be very telling, and it should spark lively conversation. Is he open to fun banter and disagreements about who is the best singer, actor, writer, or musician? Or does his opinion have to rule? Well, be sure to keep the conversation natural and space your questions out over the course of your time together. Hopefully you will find these questions helpful on your next first date. But remember that while you're asking these questions, you should also be trying to determine if you and your date have good chemistry. Now I want to hear from you. What is your experience on first dates? Do you agree with my list of conversation starters? What questions would you ask on a first date? Please share your experience. Leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe.